Yo man, hey, welcome for those of you who don't know me yet. My name is Vinesh Maharaj. I apologize that it's taken us so long to meet one another. What am I known for? I'm a sales conference speaker, sales trainer, and sales coach. And I've spent my life learning everything I could about sales so that I could sell my way out of the ghetto. I was born and raised poor in the Cape Flats in a place called Rylands Athlone. And in Rylands Athlone, drugs and gangsterism were the lead or the chief occupations to pass the time. And as a young man, I would go on holiday if somebody died or got married, and I would sleep on somebody's floor for 2 weeks, live in the perimeter of their garden, and hey, I'm not complaining. All of those shaped and formed who I've become. And if I was lucky, I'd spend a day at the ocean, enjoying the surf, the sun, the sand, and the freedom of living. I'm 13 years old, I come home and I look over the roads to the haves. They have beautiful homes, beautiful cars, beautiful lifestyles. And all we had, the poor, was mom and dad fighting to keep the lights on and the kids fed. I'm 13 years old, I look over the road and I see the haves and they have everything we've ever desired. And I wonder, is God playing a sick joke on us? Is this just a scam? Are we here to serve the needs of other people and never have our needs met or fulfilled? I'm young, I'm contemplative, and I think through this, and while thinking, before coming to conclusions, I realized a couple of things. The first one is that people who were the people who had everything that I aspired for, the beautiful homes, cars, lifestyle, travel, vacations, clothing, even clothing, man, can you believe it? The people who had that, they had a different set of data, they had different information. They were in business for profit. My mom and dad were in jobs for wages. Different mindset, different information, different commitment. Secondly, the people who had everything we wanted were in sales for commissions and not salaries. And this mindset quickly became evident to me. I'm 13 years old and I realized that we got it wrong. I make a decision that I'm going to learn everything I can about business and sales so that I could sell my way out of that ghetto, out of the Cape Flats of limitations, lack of opportunities, no work, a tough economy, racism and apartheid back in the day. So I make a decision to learn everything I can so that I can outsell myself and get into a class of living where I'm not surrounded by the heroes of the day, where you could be knifed in a robbery, or where you could just get jammed up in the wrong place in the wrong time with the wrong people. Fortunately for me, I had some great mentors along the way. I had some amazing teachers at school who had invested their time and passion into creating these students who would come there with challenges that they were unaware of. We accepted that to be life. I often tell the story that half of my friends are dead and the other half are in jail, and some of you may laugh at that and ridicule that. But when you lose someone you love and who you've grown up with, and you see how they suffer through life and how drugs consumes their whole being, that they become drug addicts and now they start stealing, and they get from housebreaking, they move to car hijackings, from car hijackings to cash in transit heists, to ending up HIV positive in Paulsmoor prison, a death sentence. I didn't want that for me and my family. I made a decision. That decision was to learn everything I could about business and sales. But learning is not enough, because everybody goes to school for 12 years and maybe 4 years to university, and you get some data, some information. I needed to get the right information, the best information that could set me free. There's so much information out there in the world today. You turn on your television, there's a data stream of information coming at you. Watch this, eat this, vote for this party, buy this. Is that the data you want? You can't be a free, independent thinker if data is streaming at you all the time. If you want to learn something on YouTube, you turn on your computer, your phone, or your laptop, and bang, you have thousands of options. How do you find the right one? And then you walk into a bookstore, you want to learn about something. And as you walk into a bookstore, there are literally thousands of books on a variety of topics to help you. I had to find the authorities, learn from the masters, learn from the greats that have come and walked this path before you and I. And by learning from them, you empower yourself to create a new destiny. Today's stream, why I'm talking to you really, is to whatever ghetto you find yourself in, whether that's an economic ghetto, a relationship ghetto, maybe it's a health ghetto. Whatever ghetto you find yourself in, firstly, I want to tell you there's hope. There's hope for you and there's hope for me. There's so many people coming out of the lower class into the middle class. So many people moving from the middle class to the upper class. And even more people moving from the upper class to the super rich. Now, this is not just about money. This is about everything. Because when you have some money, when you are out of that environment, you can afford the best health care. You can afford the best nutrition. You can afford the best medical care. But when you're down and out and you're bootstrapping on a budget of nothing, you're in trouble. So first and foremost, there's hope. Going back to information and information overload, you need to be sure that you're getting your data, the information from the right people. People who've been there, done this, who've accomplished something great and have moved out from one class into another. They've produced results for themselves and others. Get with the greats and learn from them. Stick with them. The third thing I like to share with you is that you've got to train for success. You've got to train just like a bodybuilder, just like somebody who wants to lose weight, just like somebody who is at school learning to become a craftsman or woman, to become an artisan, to become an artist, a sculptor, a painter. You have to make practice your mantra, because practice makes the master. Everybody starts off as an amateur. The man on top of the mountain didn't just land there. He wasn't just found there. He walked his way to the top of that mountain against the odds, against the elements of the weather, against the rain, snow, wind, hail, sunshine, against the elements. He or she found themselves on the top of the mountain, not because of luck, not because of nepotism, not because of corruption. They found their way there because they worked their way there. They practiced themselves every single day. I ask you, what are you practicing? What are you committed to? What are you going to be great at? In the work that I perform, which is really sales training, how many salespeople ever get trained professionally? Yeah, we all start as amateurs, but where to from there? How do you pitch, present, close, handle objections, qualify, build rapport? These are life skills that every single person should have. So I'm challenging you today and I'm asking you, do you have the skills and are you practicing them so that when somebody throws an objection at you, you have the right rebuttal at the right time without having to think about it, consider it, sleep on it, and come back tomorrow. You only have now. And to be great now, man, you got to be like Bruce Lee. You know, Bruce Lee said, I don't fear the man who's got 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. So I challenge you and I ask you, are you here as an artist, a master of your craft, or are you just buying the time? And the time will pass. And when the time passes, what will be your legacy? What will be your contribution? Now, I'm not asking you leave millions to your kids, or that you do something phenomenal like make a dent in the universe, that you take, like Elon Musk, a shuttle to Mars and live there and land there. No, I'm asking you, what is your personal mission? What is your moonshot, your personal one? Mine, firstly, get out of the lower class, get out of poverty thinking. Secondly, become a master at my craft so that I could empower other people, so that I could help them and offer them a hand up, a leg up, so that they can reach the next level. So, wherever you find yourself today, I want to challenge you. Are you practicing your craft? Are you known for producing the best product, service, delivery in your field? If you aren't practicing, you're going to end up lost in the queue of opportunity, because opportunity rewards the greatest, the best. And if you want to be the best, you're going to have to sharpen your axe. You would know the story. I believe it was Abraham Lincoln was asked, if you were given 12 hours and a blunt axe, how would you spend your time? And he answered something very smartly, and he said, I'd spend 2 hours sharpening my axe. Are you sharpening your skills? Are you sharpening your ability to communicate, to market, to pitch, to sell, to grow, to close, to handle objections, and to earn ever-increasing amounts of revenue? My friends, practice, practice, and practice until you become a master of your craft. I want to wrap up this session, leave you with a quick recap. Number one, make a decision and a commitment to who you want to be and where you want to be. Number two, know that there's hope. The hope sits within each and every single one of us. The hope's within you. But if you don't find hope within you, look around you. There's so many people who are doing great things, and that should give you hope and inspiration that you too, no matter your circumstances. Number three, learn from the greats. Learn from the best before us, during us, and during this time. And lastly, practice, practice. So you become like Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and any of your heroes and heroines. Hey, for those of you who just found me, my name is Vinesh Maharaj. Go and click below, like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell me where you're watching from, which city, which country. Until we meet next, be great, sell and live deliberately.